I simply needed to go over a subject that I consider when I begin investigating on the web adventures, and that is, would anyone be able to bring in cash on the web? So far, the main limitation I have found is that you should be 18 years of age. Presently saying this doesn't imply that all you need is to be 18 to bring in cash on the web. That is trying to say that I have possibly been inquired as to whether I was 18 and that I should be 18 to take an interest in the program or advancements what have you on that page. So would anyone be able to bring in cash on the web on the off chance that they are more than 18? My background is a decent spot to begin. I am 30. I am a single parent of a multi-year-old handful, most definitely. I have more than 12 years involvement with restaurants. My primary concentration throughout the years has been preparing an advancement. None of which has been web-centered or had to do with a promoting. It has all been operational study hall or follow preparing at a particular area or store. Starting today, I have brought in cash on the web. I settled on December 20, 2012 that I was weary of working my butt off at these cafes. I was battling for acceptable areas and great movements. I concluded that I was worth very much more than what I had been given after all the assistance I had given to the development of the staffs I have been a piece of. That is the point at which I pondered internally, why the hellfire am I asking to bring in cash in a foundation I am assisting with bringing in cash for? I felt the nature of administration had gone up, implying that individuals who came in were bound to have a decent encounter, which means more individuals, which means more cash for the organization. Where would you be able to begin? The main thing anybody considering bringing in cash online necessities to do is investigate. I am speculating that is the thing that you are doing now, observing as how you needed to have composed something like, would anyone be able to bring in cash on the web, to have gotten a connect to this page. It is significant that you choose for yourself what kind of money-related responsibility just as time duty you are happy to make, and don't begin until you know without a doubt what you can anticipate from yourself. Would anyone be able to bring in cash online by clicking a connect to a page, at that point kicking back and viewing the cash stream into their financial balance? No. Where did I start? I simply chose to do it, and this is the thing that I have found. I found out about a plan to get the rights to a thought and afterward direct people to a page that is set up to sell it. Presently beginning this was ideal for me, since I had been attempting to think about a method for advertising myself. See, I realized that what I was doing in the eateries I worked in was worth more than what I was getting, and it was on the grounds that I was showcasing myself the incorrect way. I was going in and saying, hey, I am an incredible server barkeep. Landing that position at that point, saying, look what else I can do. Discussion about undercutting myself. Why purchase the cow when you can get the milk for $2.15 per hour, right? Would anyone be able to bring in cash web-based marketing themselves? I accept so. Regardless of what your identity is, you are acceptable at something. Regardless of whether you are bad at it, you should have a territory of something that you think about. I have not had anybody request that I come and give them any assistance taking a shot at the preparation projects or preparing the staff. However, I have brought in cash by having Google AdSense on my page on the grounds that by one way or another I have figured out how to get 193 perspectives on my page. How could I do this? I needed to bring in cash on the web. I made a promise to myself that I was not ready to burn through any longer time that I could have spent at home where I was required, or making an amazing most, which I have not done in quite a while. I glanced around and have gotten in at the ground level on a couple of things to perceive what the genuine article was. What have I found? Would anyone be able to bring in cash on the web? Well, I have watched huge amounts of recordings and knew about a wide range of approaches to get in. This is the place inquire about makes a difference. What truly got my wheels turning was after the most recent month of pondering internally how the hellfire was I going to recover my life, I got an email for the coffeeshopmillionaires.com. As of now, I had done no examination. I had just idea that there may be organizations out there that required somebody with my range of abilities to come in for a piece and help them out. So I tuned into the thing. I mean, I am staying there with my closest companion and I have the volume down. Reason I realize he is going to ridicule me and consider me a failure. Yet, I had been truly contemplating it and I needed to know. Would anyone be able to bring in cash on the web? I never open poo like this either. Well, my amigo heard what I was viewing and he really said that he had known about it previously. He said that what he heard was not so terrible, so we did what any mindful customer does and we Googled it. What did I do? Long story short, I wound up getting the fundamental one-time $37 data bundle. Subsequent to having him find it and all that, we concluded that was the best thing. I needed to work that night, so when I returned home we understood that we had an item as of now that we could showcase, and that was me. So we purchased a web space that night and began. I was so eager to put myself out there and watch the work come in. This didn't occur like I said before. I still can't seem to be called to counsel on any preparation programs. To get directly to the point, I didn't take a gander at the bistro page for like 7 days after I got it. When I looked at the page, I found a couple of things that I could do to make some money, however they were not so much anything I was extremely alright with, and I decided not to do them. I was reached by them to check whether I would be keen on getting free training. Obviously I would. I had no clue what I was doing. They guided me to call them when I had $1,500 that I could spend on beginning my business. I am not thumping this by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said before, you have to comprehend what you are eager to place in, and when you consider it, $1,500 truly isn't that a lot of when you need to be a mogul, right? I just truly didn't have it to place in, so I put that thought in a safe spot and took a gander at what I could do. That was following up on free promotion coupons through GoDaddy.com, where I had bought my web space and free Facebook and Google Plus profiles. Where am I now? Would anyone be able to bring in cash on the web? Truly. I discovered another email when I attempted to begin a rundown catching assistance for the Empower Network. Again, being a capable purchaser, I Googled it to ensure it was anything but a trick, and I concluded again to get the fundamental $25 per month bundle. Now I was all the while attempting just to get a little taste, all things considered, to discover where in this online cash I truly fit in. I have gotten such a great amount of data for that $25. My UpConnect has been so useful and has an entire additional arrangement of preparing and information that is straight up my partner. Indeed, they are continually looking at betting everything. Be that as it may, they don't charge you $25 to instruct you to do it. They have given me devices that I am almost certain I will use for whatever length of time that I am doing whatever has to do with bringing in cash on the web. I plan on staying with this to see where it takes me on my excursion.